MSRO was founded in 2022 during the Space Studies program when I attended in Portugal, and it's there when I met 100 other people. Everyone fed the idea that Maldives also should have a space agency. I reached out to Niaz, my co-founder at the time, and one thing led to the other, and we are here today, almost 3 years, about to celebrate our 3-year anniversary in November this year. Our beaches are eroding. It's rooted around the fact that this beautiful sunny side of life that we have marketed and advertised for, as far as I can remember, is at risk. The question then that went through my mind was, is the identity of Maldives then these beautiful beaches and sunny side of life? But the answer is, it's not who we are as people. This is what we have. We must reconnect with the identity that, honestly, from our perspective, that our founders really embodied, and that is that Maldivians have always looked to the stars. And that is really at the core essence of MSRO.
We wanted to provide the data that's necessary, the remote and sea Earth observation data that's necessary for decision making. So what we ended up trying to do was become a full solution service provider. So we took the data, we carried out the processing, and we ended up providing these user-specific tools that would be required for the decision-making process.
I just found myself, time and time again, just being absolutely blown away by how quickly MSRO went from an idea into not only a reality, but into a very real, responsible, contributing member of the international space community, doing real projects and real research, and really helping not only the international community, but the community on the ground in the Maldives. And going from that very first moment to where you are now, and just seeing your team go from strength to strength, and your mission also grow as well in terms of scope.
It's an island nation with vast lagoons, seas, and very tiny small landmass or islands. The current land registries, natural resource, asset management systems, public asset management system, this is not existent in Maldives. So MSRO could play such a role for us to acquire such a data, to create such land registries, and make it accessible for public.
Maldives National Defence Force Coast Guard has been working closely with MSRO in developing capacity in terms of space-based technologies. We have been working to develop a maritime domain awareness software as well as tracking devices which will locate vessels as well as person in water.
Expanding the use of space technologies, particularly satellite data, can be a very key goal for us. So the more different levels of data can be gained, or we can increase the timelines that is collected, or have more extensive databases set up.
We've been engaging in different sectors and in the business of providing higher education in different niche areas such as and technical areas in particular. That's the reason why we see a very huge potential for us to actually develop education as well as research in space.
Space is not just for those who got to outer space first. So countries like the Maldives and MSRO, they play a huge role in making sure that they can help improve capacity building of themselves and other countries, that they can help bring these different perspectives to these conversations that might not be there otherwise.
Some of the work that I do at MSRO is curating our events, which include the Space for Island Nations Conference, which was one of the first events that MSRO ever did. We brought together almost 150 internationals and locals together for the first time at an event to talk about space in the Maldives. And the result of some of these conversations to this day have shaped and had a ripple effect almost into doing so much good for the country, as well as to build so much international partnerships and collaborations.
The most interesting thing that I have done at MSRO is the deep dive into the cultural heritage and the astro heritage that we've always had, and try and incorporate it into different types of merchandising, different types of visual information, and even things like jewelry, so that Maldivians can wear this and be extremely proud of the fact that they have this heritage.
MSRO is really demonstrating the value that small island developing states can bring to the table. They are championing the voice of the SIDS by being the latest SID to join COPUOS. And as such, they're carrying the flag for a really important group of countries that urgently need space applications, as the impact of climate change is acutely felt. We applaud their decision to join the committee and hope they will lead other SIDS by example. We're collaborating with MSRO on ocean sustainability and in the context of the Space for Oceans Alliance, where both UNUSA and Maldives are founding members.
It is globally a rapidly developing industry, and if we are to keep up, we need to make sure that we are rapidly evolving. Ever more so if we actually want to catch up as well and start to be part of the leading edge. And I see a future genuinely where we will be part of that leading edge of space.
The Maldives has been actively building its space ecosystem over the past 2 years. Through the work of the Maldives Space Research Organisation, we have applied Earth observation to support maritime and environmental security, addressing challenges such as illegal fishing, coastal erosion, habitat degradation, and land subsidence.
What I'm hoping for is that the work that's currently being done within MSRO, within the Earth observation domain, can be translated to other small island developing states, other small island nations who have similar challenges, who face these similar problems.
We are about to enter a new era where MSRO is going to launch a lot of exciting new initiatives you will hear at ISC, and these initiatives are going to define a new era for Maldives and other island nations. For a country like the Maldives, we are blessed with unique geographical advantages such as being on the equator. It gives us access to a huge portion of the night sky suitable for looking at space situational awareness, for example, and contribute to space traffic coordination. But also it's the best place to launch from. And so a lot of these advantages are going to be utilized as we define this new identity.